fast. Really gotta get out fast.
Without so much as a warning, life hangs in the balance. Human endeavor turns to chaos. And within seconds, nothing will ever be the same. Ever. I'm Ron Pitts. Get ready for some of the most hair-raising destruction ever captured on camera. Fireballs shoot high over Las Vegas when two neighboring propane factories go up in flames. And you'll be there the moment a motorcycle stunt rider's attempt to set a world record goes disastrously wrong. Sit back, buckle up, and hold on, because everything will be destroyed in seconds. Las Vegas. People here are accustomed to dazzling spectacles. But not like this one.
Oh my gosh, that is huge. Oh my gosh, did you hear that? Did you hear it?
A couple watches from their balcony.
That is insane.
As 10 miles north of the Vegas Strip, explosions light up the night sky above two adjacent propane plants. An employee at the Proflame plant is transferring gas from a truck-mounted 3,000-gallon tank when a static discharge ignites a fire. Flames quickly spread to the neighboring AmeriGas plant, where thousands of 5-gallon barbecue propane tanks are stored. A stockpile of tanks explodes, and a massive 30,000-gallon tank vents gas that quickly catches fire, causing a flamethrower effect. Flames reach heights of more than 150 feet.
Oh my gosh, that is huge. Oh my gosh, did you hear that, Mom?
The situation here is so volatile that firefighters dare not enter the plant. 1,200 people are evacuated from the area. There are homes as close as 600 feet away. Interstate 15 is closed down. Fires burn for 21 hours before finally being extinguished. Daylight finds the surrounding neighborhoods littered with hundreds of burnt-out propane tanks. The tires of the tanker truck where it all began are reduced to steel belt skeletons. The accident causes between $4 and $5 million in damage. Despite the massive destruction, both AmeriGas and Proflame are back in business within a day. The official cause of the incident is human error. The sole injury is to the Proflame employee who is blamed for the incident. He suffers only minor burns and is fortunate to escape the scene with his life.
Tornado warning is going off.
Woodward, Iowa. An approaching funnel cloud catches the attention of a young storm chaser.
There's a tornado right there. Oh my God. Dude. It's coming right at us. You know how many times I've tried to chase one down? Yeah. Okay, well, it's here. I don't have to chase no more.
Soon, his enthusiasm turns to fear.
Let's go!
And fear to panic.
Come on!
The strengthening tornado chews through a neighbor's house.
Oh, there's the road. Get in the house. Yeah, get on there. Hurry!
It's a Category F2 twister with winds topping out at 157 miles per hour. The funnel cloud passes by just a few doors away. But the drama is just beginning. The tornado hits really close to home, touching down just a few houses away.
Houses are gone. There's 3 houses that are gone. We need to go see if anybody's in those.
The cameraman and his friend hear the cries of a female survivor.
Anybody else? Come on. Yes, yes, yes.
The dog is okay. It's the owner who's bleeding from a minor gag.
Is there anybody else down here? You all right? Everybody accounted for?
The devastation is widespread in this middle America neighborhood.
Oh my God.
In its wake, the tornado leaves uprooted trees, overturned cars, and 40 destroyed or badly damaged homes. Luckily, no serious injuries are reported. As for our storm chaser, he now has a great story about the time a tornado chased him down, quite literally in his own backyard.
Oh my God!
Paul Hepworth and his group of buddies are off-roading inside an 800-acre park in Hollister, California. The park, known as Hollister Hills, has about 24 miles of trails for thrill seekers to explore.
I got some mud off? Yeah, dude.
Paul and two of his pals are about to tackle a steep trail called Truck Hill. The threesome tear up the hill, clambering over loose dirt, bumps, and ruts. About halfway up, the 4x4 loses traction. Paul struggles to keep the truck moving forward.
He buried it.
But all he's doing is digging ruts with his tires.
Paul, don't get stuck there, dude.
You hear that? Yep.
Paul slams on the brakes, but the truck slides backwards.
Oh, did you have brakes?
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Craig,
On the way up the hill, the truck's drive shaft slams against rocks and ruts. The impact causes the drive shaft to snap, cutting power to the rear wheels. Paul slams the brakes, but the truck loses traction on the steep incline in loose dirt.
Oh, does he have
As
brakes?
gravity takes over, the truck slides sideways, causing the vehicle to roll over and flip 3 times. Amazingly, Paul and both of his passengers walk away. Paul suffers only a broken finger, and his passengers minor cuts and bruises. Paul believes the outcome would have been much worse if it weren't for 2 things: his truck's roll bar and the fact that everyone on board was wearing a lap belt. As for Paul's $7,000 investment, the frame is bent and both axles are broken. Paul salvages what he can and scraps the rest. The body nets him only $13.73. Despite the loss, Paul and his buddies consider themselves lucky. Only 6 weeks earlier, another off-roader was killed on this same hill.
Oh, did you have brakes?
Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Craig,
Burke County, North Carolina. Along Interstate 40, 11 miles of gridlock brings traffic to a standstill. Desperate travelers resort to using an on-ramp as an exit. The holdup at the front of the line? A tanker truck loaded with almost 9,000 gallons of gasoline loses control, rolls onto its side, slides into an overpass, and explodes. At first, firefighters try to douse the flames, but the heat becomes so intense, they are forced to pull back and let the fire burn itself out. Heat in excess of 1,500 degrees melts the steel and weakens the concrete on the overpass above. Then, after burning non-stop for over an hour, Tons of debris crushed the truck, causing the remainder of the gasoline to ignite. In this time lapse of the 5 minutes leading up to the collapse, the overpass slowly sags, then crumbles. Sadly, the truck driver loses his life in the crash. No other casualties are reported. The collapse closes the interstate for a week, forcing 35,000 vehicles per day to jam a local highway used as a detour. It's another Sunday afternoon at the races in Marble Falls, Texas.
All ready to go in?
And Todd Haas is ready to run his new alcohol-fueled flat-bottom drag boat. Todd takes the lead right from the start and accelerates to speeds over 160 miles per hour. As he crosses the finish line, it's a clean win. But seconds before he lets off the throttle, things get messy.
All ready to go in?
Todd Haas gets ready to run his alcohol-fueled flat-bottom drag boat at the Lake Fest Nationals in Marble Falls, Texas. He gets a great jump off the line. And at over 160 miles per hour, he rockets across the finish line. And seconds later, he loses control. As Todd exceeds 160 miles per hour, the boat rocks from side to side. It catches the wind and barrel rolls into the water. Thankfully, Todd's breakaway capsule performs as designed. As the rest of the boat splinters into pieces, the reinforced pod stays intact. Boat fragments are spread over a 100-yard area of the lake. Seconds later, rescuers arrive. From the shore, Todd's concerned family looks on. It doesn't take long before the capsule is brought on board and the medics get their first glimpse as to the extent of Todd's injuries. As the rescue boat pulls in, Todd's family anxiously awaits. The medical team braces Todd's head to help minimize possible neck and spine injuries as the seasoned driver confirms his status. It's a hard day for drivers and their families, but after seeing this devastating crash, they're lucky it ended without serious injury. Moscow, Russia. A camera monitors fast-moving traffic in a tunnel beneath the city. Thousands of vehicles a day travel this throughway under the Yauza River. At 1.4 miles, it's one of the longest metropolitan traffic tunnels in Europe. But in the winter, it became one of the most dangerous. Drivers lose control when they hit patches of ice. The slippery surface is caused by water leaking from the river above and freezing on the road in the minus 36-degree temperatures. On average, it takes 9 times longer to stop on black ice versus dry pavement. Fortunately, most of the leaks have been repaired, and accidents have been greatly reduced. It's absolute hell for the emergency services, since all of these crashes reportedly take place on the same day. Hundreds are here in Twin Falls, Idaho, to watch a veteran stuntman attempt a long-distance leap on his motorcycle. Mike Brown makes his living pushing his luck, and tonight, he's going to push it to the limit. The plan calls for Mike to fly 151 feet onto a flatbed truck. If he makes it, the man nicknamed Flying Mike Brown will set a new world distance record. Finally, Mike is all warmed up. He speeds toward the launch ramp. It's Friday night at the Magic Valley Speedway in Twin Falls, Idaho. Hundreds wait anxiously as a motorcycle stuntman nicknamed Flying Mike Brown is about to perform a jump. He has to ride over a dirt embankment, go across grass, then onto a ramp before flying 151 feet onto a flatbed truck. If he pulls it off, it'll be a world record, but Mike is having trouble getting enough speed.
How's it look, Mike?
Now, in case you wonder what I'm doing, the grass is so soft out there. We're just checking it out right now because it's like riding in sand. Safety first, because God knows I want to hurt myself. I want to be back next year. I'll keep you guys posted. When I'm ready to rumble, I'll let you know. We'll get it on.
After a few more test runs, it's finally showtime. During his approach, Mike hits a rut in the dirt, then has trouble gaining traction on the wet grass. As a result, he's going too slow. Fearing he could be cut in half if his body hits the lip of the flatbed, Mike lets go, falls off, and slams into a support under the truck. Mike's severely injured and unconscious, but thanks to his last-second decision to let go, he's alive. The 36-year-old spends 5 weeks in a coma and undergoes multiple surgeries. As soon as he's released from the hospital, Mike retires from riding. Off the coast of San Francisco, fishing boat The Contender is taking on water. More than a dozen passengers are on board the rapidly sinking ship. The trouble began when the vessel's bilge pump stopped working. Now seawater is filling the boat's lowest compartment. As the stern sinks further, passengers rush to the bow. They try to stabilize the ship by acting as a counterweight. 2 other boaters respond to the Contender's distress call. A passenger on a nearby boat catches the frightening ordeal on video.
They gotta get off fast. They really gotta get off fast.
I'd start jumping ship.
The Contender's passengers can no longer hang on.
Let's get off!
One by one, they slide off into the rough, frigid water.
Getting off.
By now, all of her passengers and crew are in the water. With 50-degree water and the windy conditions, rescuers must get people out of the sea before hypothermia sets in.
Hey, Raph! Run down there! Like right back there! Where the hell is the Coast Guard? I don't believe this.
The survivors are scattered by the swells, complicating the rescue.
Over here! Hey!
There's one guy over there. I'm over there by the boat. There's a guy floating.
One by one, each is pulled from the sea.
One right there! One on the boat! On the raft! Get that guy right on the boat!
When the Coast Guard arrives, the Contender itself is almost completely sunk. Sadly, the Coast Guard is unable to save the life of one of the passengers. Thanks to the Good Samaritans, all the other passengers were pulled to safety.
Make sure we got everybody! Get off!
As for the Contender, it's a $150,000 loss. Dashboard cameras prove you never know what can happen when you get behind the wheel. Hinsdale, Illinois. A police officer responds to the report of a car stuck on the railroad tracks. His dash cam rolls as he speeds through downtown streets toward the train crossing. The gates are down, and the sound of the oncoming train can be heard. The man runs from the tracks just as the eastbound passenger train speeds by at 70 miles an hour. The minivan takes a direct hit and is pushed out of camera range onto the opposite track. After the train passes, the officer and some bystanders check out the damage. Then, the sound of a westbound train. The minivan explodes into flames as it's hit again and is pushed down the track. The man seen running was driving the minivan when it became stuck on the track. He thought he was turning onto a highway and is later booked for driving while intoxicated. I'm Ron Pitts, and we'll see you next time on Destroyed in Seconds.